No. Yeah, yeah, you like it? I bet it does. I'm just scrolling while we sit here. I'm reading this Reddit post where a guy paid for an unlimited season pass of golf and he's playing every day. And now they want to take his pass away because he plays every day. It's like he's abused. They said he's abusing the unlimited pass. What is it? What's the what's an unlimited reset eval look like? Unlimited resets forever, a lifetime resets. That's actually, you know what? As a pull, like an account with free, just like unlimited free resets, it's like you just trade it until you pass. As far as marketing gimmicks go, it's not the worst one. I don't know. Maybe just saving the best for last. I was so drunk when he like got me to agree to that. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll do it. I don't care. Tradify.
I think we should keep it evergreen. I think we should keep it evergreen.
That's what I said to my wife last night.
Look at all the chicken.
How is the customer support?
Hello, hello. Did everybody miss me last week? How's everyone doing today? Hello. If you guys can't tell, I got a little bit of a tan while we were in Europe. We'll kind of go through a little bit why I got so much sun and why we even went to Europe a little bit later. If anybody has any complaints about how Rick ran his mukbang, feel free to get them off your chest right now while we kind of cue things up, but we'll also be talking to him a bit. But later in the stream to see how he ran the marketing department, if he's ready to transition from ops to marketing. Don't let me bite your nose. I can't tell if that's like a threat or like a little bit of pillow talk. Maybe a little bit of both, depending on who it comes from. I'm definitely gonna be tan maxing this summer. You guys are gonna see my my Sicilian roots come out. I'm gonna be crispy by Labor Day weekend, that's for sure. Very excited to be back here. We're gonna be doing the stream this week, and then next week. I don't know if I might be able to do a very low production quality version of it. We'll see. We'll kind of get into where I'm going next week. So if not, someone will be on doing something. We'll see. Like I said, we will see how Rick feels that he did with his hour and a half mukbang. Let's see. What is the chat saying? Free account, Lucid maxing all summer. That's right. I'm going to be tan maxing all summer. You did miss the mukbang. I'm sorry. So what we're going to be doing, for those of you that know how this works, obviously we're going to be running, I think, 2 giveaways, but one in the middle, one at the end. In order to enter the giveaway, you will go into our Discord channel. There is a giveaway section. Oh, did we remove it? Did we remove the post already? I saw it got posted and it got pulled. Are we going to post the giveaway link in the giveaway channel, fellas? Okay. So production is in my ear letting me know that technical advances have been made in the week that I've been gone. We are no longer doing the giveaway link in Discord itself. There is going to be, we've done some massive innovation, and the giveaway link is now going to happen in the YouTube chat itself. So if basically, we are democratizing our giveaways by making sure that you have to be in YouTube to be getting these giveaways. So a link is, when's it going to be coming, Rick? Shortly, imminent. Rip it right now. Let's see if this new tech works. There it is. There is from the official Lucid Trading YouTube. There is a giveaway link. Enter in there. We're spamming it in chat. Oh, it's pinned. Fucking look at this. We're like a real show now. Pinned to the bottom. This is just like, we get better and better every week. Rick's told me that our defense systems against giveaway botting, we are at threat level midnight all the time. So we're gonna see how this holds up. And if not, if scammers come in and bot it, then nobody gets shit in true Lucid fashion, because that's how we do things here. We'll let people pile in for a bit here. And to be clear, Rick, the way that this is going to work is can people enter this giveaway the entire time, no matter what, or are we going to pull the link at some point?
We will pull the link at some point, yes.
Okay, how long until we pull the link?
We'll do 20 minutes.
All right, so we are going to leave this link up for 20 minutes, and then we're going to pull the link. So get your shit in while you can. Make sure your email's right. Make sure everything's typed correctly. We're setting a timer And if you miss it, that's it. Are we going to bring the link back a little bit later as well, Rick, for another round of entries?
Yeah, I would say towards the end.
Okay.
The last spins.
So enter now. If you enter your information following that pinned link for the next 20 minutes, you'll be entered to win both giveaways. And then we're going to pull the link. We'll do some giveaways. And then after, we'll throw the link up again. And anyone that joined halfway through will get a shot. We'll get a shot to re-enter for the second round. But if you want to be concluded in both spins, you got to enter now. But we will refresh the queue halfway in so that people that missed the first hour can get a shot as well. But we're no longer doing this in Discord. This is all done on YouTube. And yeah. Someone is I feel like I have to answer this kid, otherwise he's going to keep spamming. Can you make payment method also with crypto? That's not coming anytime soon. So stop asking. We are not, it's something that we've talked about, but you're talking like, I'm not making a commitment either way. Last time I told people that we were doing something with crypto, they fucking asked me every day, every hour on the hour, and it was late and it was the bane of our existence. So, I'm not making no comment on crypto payments, but it's not coming anytime soon. So, why don't we get into some of our segments here? We've got some of our regularly scheduled content here. We're going to do some internet scrub. We're going to do some scammers, and then we're going to do some support. So, are we being joined? Am I running this solo? This content? Or are we going to have a guest speaker? So we have something. This took the internet by storm last week. Brian Johnson, for those of you that don't know, he is a really rich dude who doesn't want to die. Known most famously possibly for measuring both his and his son's nighttime erections, and posting that for the world to see, because that's a totally normal thing to do. If you're wondering, and I know we're all wondering, he had the erections of an 18-year-old. So really impressive work from Brian. And he's been keeping us updated all along the way. So he's telling us here that he gave oral sex to Kate. I think that's his girlfriend or wife. Then he told everyone good night. Sounds like Kate had the best night. And then he followed it up and let us know that he reported that her vaginal microbiome score was 100 out of 100, which is the top 1% of all vaginas. I didn't know that you could rate vaginas by their microbiome. But I think, this was the talk of the town for a while. I hope that Kate, consented to this data dump. I don't think that this is measured via a Whoop bracelet or an Aura ring. There's got to be some other kind of machine for this, or maybe he just kind of, this is anecdotal from, his experience the night before. I didn't see the full data set. I don't want to, but I'm just really, really glad that Brian is putting all this information out there for everyone to see. Let's see what only about 25 to 30% of reproductive age women globally are something that I'm not going to be able to pronounce dominant. And I mean, it sounds like Kate's just got it unlocked. Top 1%, 98.7% L crispitatus dominant. So I mean, Kate's winning at life, as long as she knew that this was going to be posted on the internet for us to all see before it went out. And if she didn't know, then rip to her. This pour went out for Kate. But we're not done with Brian. Brian has some more content for us that I think we all need to see and go over. Let's go to the next slide here. So this is something that I worry about a lot. Microplastics. Microplastics, they're in the seawater. They are in the air that we breathe. And fellas, I'm sad to let you know that they are also in our balls. So, Brian gave us some commentary on vaginas. We're all for gender equality here at Lucid, so we've got to talk about the balls as well. He's claiming that he has no microplastics in his balls whatsoever. He's saying it shouldn't be possible, and I think he's right. I don't think he's giving us an honest measurement here. I don't see how his lifestyle has allowed him to somehow avoid microplastics like the rest of us. So, I don't know if this is, maybe he's rage baiting. Maybe he's selling something. Maybe he's got an affiliate code for some kind of microplastic ball remover, and that's kind of in the replies, and he's earning commission. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I just don't believe it. Microplastics are everywhere. There's no shot that Brian doesn't have at least some microplastics in his balls. But like I said, we're going to stay on Brian. Let's see. He's got more content for us as well. This is important. This is very on brand to us. What peptide should he test next? So I don't know how, the peptide lore is relatively new to me because of the looks maxing trend. But if I know one thing, I watched his little documentary. If there's someone that's taking a lot of peptides, it's Brian. So like I said, I'm sure that he is, I don't know if he's looks maxing. He's like age maxing, or age minning is probably the right word for it. But let's see. He said, people mistakenly believe peptides are only good. Do they believe that? Do people mistakenly only believe that injecting Chinese research chemicals into your ass are objectively only good? Is that the sentiment? I would assume that they're mostly bad, honestly. But maybe I'm just not kind of looped into the current events, and I haven't read the most recent scientific journals. So, perhaps I'm not taking any peptides, and maybe that's why I feel like shit all the time. So, I guess there are bad ones. I mean, I'm more surprised to know that there are good ones. But he was asking, what peptide should he test next? And I mean, we have a Lucid maxing peptide. If you saw that GIF that we put out a while ago. So if I had to make a recommendation to Brian, it would be to rip the Lucid maxing peptide, right? Brian, he doesn't want to die. If you want to live forever, you need to have a decent amount of money. So, daily uncapped payouts with no DLL. I mean, that's what he should be injecting if he's not already. But there's no doubt in my mind that someone like him is very, very looped into the prop firm space. He is intravenously mainlining uncapped daily payouts across 5 accounts directly into his buttocks. So that would be my recommendation, Brian. If you're not already doing it, you should be injecting Lucid Max. And if not, maybe we can hook him up with an affiliate code to get him started down that path. While we're on the comment of peptides, chat, are you guys using peptides? Drop in the chat the peptides that you're using, and maybe we'll have Rick try them on stream. That could be another bit that we go down. Source, trust me, bro. Link is not working. The link is definitely working. Code Blood Boy. So for those of you that don't know, Blood Boy is what's the name of that movie? Mad Max. There's the new Mad Max movie. There's this guy. He's like the leader of this desert cult, and he was taking the blood from younger boys to lengthen his life. And Brian, he's famous for a lot of things. He's a great marketer and influencer. He's started a lot of trends that we all know and do ourselves. He took the blood from his son, and I think he synthesized it into maybe a peptide. So he used his son's platelets as a peptide for himself. And I think, if there were any peptide that would work, it'd probably be that one. But yes, so that's why we're using code Blood Boy. Is meth a peptide? I mean, if you inject it and it comes in a little vial, then I would say yes, meth is a peptide. I think at this point, where we are as a society, you could take anything, put it into a centrifuge and make it injectable, and that's a peptide. So, why not? IPA/CJC/Retta. These are things that I know for sure. I'm seeing a lot of Retta. What is it? Retta 2 tried. Retta 2 tried? This seems to be a popular one. What is a peptide? A peptide is something that's made in a bathtub in China, and then it's sent over to TikTok influencers, and then people inject them because they think it makes them stronger. I'm pretty sure that's the actual definition. I might be making that up, but if not, I think I'm close. Maybe some of them are made, down South America. They're all over the place. But yeah, it's basically things that are not regulated by the FDA, and people inject them so that their bone structure is more masculine. It's something. I'm pretty sure I'm close. I'm not. Like I said, I'm always a little bit behind the most recent trends, but I'm close. Yeah, a lot of Reddit 2 tried. So we'll have to see. I don't know if Brian's on that one, but we'll have to. It seems like that's like the 1 mil amp. A super soldier serum. Retta is definitely the big one. So maybe Rick's gonna try Retta, and we'll see how that goes for him. We'll make sure that he's on the company health insurance and maybe get him some life insurance before we do that bit. But yeah, I think we've hit on Brian as much as we need to, as much as anyone should. So let's move on to the next segment. While I was away, massive controversy. I think one of my favorite things that's born from our Discord is the gray versus green caste system. This is not something that we started. You degenerates took it upon yourselves to, separate yourselves into, create your own feudalism pyramid here. So for those that don't know, in our Discord, everyone that just enters day one, you get a gray. Your name is gray, and once you get payout verified, you get a green role. Payout verified, so your name turns green. And since we've done this, gracism has been rampant in our community, where the greens are, being racist against the grays and just looking down upon them, being very elitist. In our Discord, we also have live traders as a live role. That's a very nice gold emblem. But obviously payout maxers, right? Payout maxing, that's like the pinnacle of Lucid, right? That's someone that's gotten a payout. They've gone live. They're payout maxing, and so the payout maxers, they are the elite of the elite, and they want their own role. And then maybe the first decision that Lucid admin has made, which I just don't understand at all. He somehow he took it upon himself with no prior authorization, and he just made the greens orange. Doesn't make any sense at all to me. And we're in Europe. And all of a sudden, Joe is like, the greens are orange now. He's like, he asked me if I signed off on this. I said, absolutely not. Absolutely insane behavior from Lucid admin. I don't know maybe he was injecting some peptides and, his wires got crossed. But I think we do have an issue in that we have a very clear hierarchy here, right? Like we have the grays, I'm team gray. Like I'm always like a good underdog story. But we got to be real. They're like at the bottom tier right now. Greens are above them, and then the golds are here. So, but the Lucid Maxers, they're top. So how do we got to figure out how to color the Lucid Maxers? What is their role going to be? Because I just don't think we can take the gray versus green lore is so deep right now, and I just don't think that we can take that away from them. Team Grays with a Gray. You guys are so unhinged. All right, we're going to close the wheel in 3 minutes, but we need to figure out how are we going to color code? Like, so if it's like grays at the bottom, greens above that, gold is, that's live. What's above gold? Because it's certainly not orange. I don't think, I just don't think that's the right color. So in chat, what would you like to see the color of the Lucid Maxer role be? I don't know what Lucid admin was thinking. Maybe, I was away. He was very stressed. His peptide delivery was late and he just panicked. Orange just doesn't make any sense. People want diamond color. What would that be? I don't even know. Is diamond a color? Aren't they clear? That doesn't make any sense to me. Let's see. Purple. Rainbow. Can we do a rainbow color? Is that possible in Discord? Royal purple. Purple's getting a lot of heat right now. Purple. I'm pink. I'm already hot pink, so no one's taking that away from me. Purple does. I mean, purple is the color of royalty. And if payout maxers are the royalty of the Lucid rules, that kind of makes sense. I think purple works. Ruby? What is Ruby? Is Ruby red? I think so, right? Or no, it's the orange doesn't make any sense in the system. Like I said, I don't know what. I mean, it's like maybe a burnt orange brown, like almost a rust. I don't know. We'll see. I think purple is definitely the Auburn. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Gold is already for live traders. So I don't think we should disturb the balance of our Discord feudal system here. So I think it's like, let's keep everyone's colors where they currently are. But I think purple works. Maybe there's some kind of purple, what's the word for it? I know that some of them have like an effect. So maybe it's like the purple effect, and then we have like the Giga Chad emoji as like the side guy, because he's mogging. And I guess that's the real question, right? What if you were to think of mogging as a color, because that's what the payout maxers are doing. They're mogging the rest of the chat. If mogging were a color, what would it be? Is it still purple? Because it's got to be, you've got to feel like you're mogging when you're a payout maxer. What is royal black? I feel like you guys are just making things up right now. Copper, green team rules. I mean, green is now, if you think about it, green is closer to gray than it is to a payout maxer. So maybe it's a little bit of an ego check. So we're closing the wheel. The wheel is going to be closed. So the entries for the wheel are going to be closed. We are going to we're going to spin the wheel and we'll open it again later. I think it's saying purple or black, shiny black. Purple is reserved for job application. I'd rather piss off one unhinged Discord member than unsettle the entire system we have going. I think there's all right. So I think there's. What is the color of platinum? All right, there's some good ideas. That purple, platinum, diamond, royal black, whatever that means. We'll figure it out, but I just don't think it's orange. The shiny silver, that could work. But yeah, I just don't understand where Lucid Admin had the gall to, unmitigated gall to, unsettle the color coding that we have here. So yeah, I would apologize. I will never leave again, so that so that our operations don't get disturbed in such a violent fashion. But yeah, we'll figure out the color of mogging, and we'll get the payout maxer role sorted away shortly. So are we gonna roll it into some content, or are we doing the wheel from here? There's the peptide. Someone get this to Brian Johnson ASAP. No, let's do the scammer of the week first. Let's do scammer of the week. Scammer of the week. This is, there's every week it's a fresh new experience. Give me a moment to kind of punch in here on my end. It's hard for me to see this a little bit. Hold on. Can I zoom in on this? All right, I'm going to have to come in here. All right, so this is a scammer of the week. We have scammers every day. This is our favorite one from last week. Let's see. The least you guys could do is reset the account, and he shared some order history, or our team shared order history, and the stop order was left, and it rode for 200 points. So this person left a stop on, and the order went. And he was like, at 5 a.m., I wasn't even awake. That was you guys. So, contrary to popular belief, we are not logging into your account and messing around with orders. I know it seems like we're not working over here and we have all the time in the world to blow your guys' accounts for you. But no, we did not set the stop order. As a best practice, you should probably, before you log off of your chart for the day, smash that cancel all orders buttons, the flatten all, cancel all, make sure that everything's gone. But contrary to popular belief, just because if you leave an order out on your charts and then it goes, that's not us, that's you. We're not doing that on your behalf. We don't care enough, because then we have to deal with stupid tickets like this. We would rather you blow your account on your own without our help, because then we don't have to deal with you in a ticket. I think we have some more scammers. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is a fun one. So this is just for the trader. I'll read it. I did not log in any trade today. My last trade was Friday. I got robbed physically around 7 a.m. Now I've logged back in my email and it says breached. I was robbed by a person. All my information was saved. I have Lucid Trading, bank account, and Shopify open. Now I check, multiple things are gone. I'm contacting you guys because I am loyal and I'm trying to not get you involved with my lawyers in this whole case. I think there's a lot to unpack here, right? He had to specify in two different ways. He specified first that he was robbed physically and then also by a person. So that kind of implies that there is some kind of psychological theft happening to this trader, and it's being orchestrated by not a human being. Maybe he's being robbed emotionally by bots. Perhaps it's a dog or a cat. It's a physical dog and cat, and not a person that's also robbing him emotionally. But it kind of seems like I almost believe him. The fact that he had to specify that it was done physically to him by a person, it kind of makes me believe him, but only a little bit. And then, the way that he ends it is, he's contacting us because he's a loyal customer and he doesn't want us to get involved with the lawyers and the whole case. Now, for me, if you tell me that I might be called into court and have to be deposed and maybe even testify in a physical robbing, I definitely don't want to reset his account, because I think Lucid does civil court. I think that's an incredible content bint that does I think that gets really great legs. Maybe I would either represent myself. I can be both. I could be my own lawyer. Maybe we take someone from the community and you could be my legal counsel. Maybe it's Rick or Joe. Finding someone who's not a lawyer representing me in a legal case about someone's eval. The bits write themselves at this point, folks. Like, we don't even need a marketing department, because the layups are just like, it's an alley-oop. All we have to do is, jump up and dunk it. As far as this trader goes, I don't think we reset his account. We do, like, a lot of you are getting mugged with your trading accounts open. This is not, the first mugging that we've heard of, and it's certainly not going to be the last. Maybe it says something, maybe there's a lesson here, and maybe the lesson is too many of you are walking around seedy parts of town late at night, looking at your phones trading. Don't, on behalf of Lucid and on behalf of trading in general, if you're in a rough part of town, like, don't look at your phone, close the apps. Longing NQ at the high of day will be there for you in the morning. Get home safe. Don't get mugged. That way all of your stuff will be safe and we won't have to reset your accounts. So yeah, just be safe. Safety first when you're trading. Always safety first. That's the thing. You don't trade without a stop loss, and you also don't trade walking down, a really shady alley at 4:00 in the morning staring at your phone. This is just basic risk management. What else do we have here? Is this more scammers or is this support ticket? More scammers. Oh, this is a good one. So this is a two-parter. First, this trader says, I don't mind. I will send you the screenshots of the glitching that happened. So this trader is saying that there were some technical issues and he's going to share some screenshots. So let's take a look at the screenshot. Now, as he so eloquently showed right in the center, there's an error loading page. Now you'd think this is an open and shut case because it clearly says error right there in the middle. However, if you are an astute vibe coder, you will notice that there is as I believe it's the Gemini watermark, where the AI, like you create an AI image using Gemini, and it leaves the watermark there. So basically, what's happened is this scammer. I was going to say trader, but let's call him what he is. He's a scammer. Instead, he created an AI image, creating a fake error page to try to get a free reset out of us. Now, there's a couple things I have to say about this. One, I don't understand why he needed AI to do this. Like, this could have been done in Microsoft Paint. Like, it all just said just a black screen that says error loading page. So, like, why are you even asking AI for assistance here? And number two, if you're going to scam us, or attempt to scam us, have the decency, do us the courtesy of removing the AI watermark. Make it a challenge for us. We enjoy these exercises, trying to find out, is this a real issue? Is this a scammer? But when the watermark's right there, it's not really a challenge. It's super easy for us, and it just takes all the fun out of it. So, if you're going to do the Photoshops, just double check your watermarks, people. Make sure that you remove the watermarks, because, I like that my support people have to be on their toes, right? It's how we stay sharp, because you guys some people throw some pretty elaborate scams at us, and we become better as a team. The more astute they have to be when identifying these schemes. But like, don't make it easy, give us a challenge. That's why we're here. We all want to work very hard. If you make our jobs too easy, the team gets complacent and the whole company falls apart. So please remove the watermarks. And if you're going to use AI, use it for something a little bit more elaborate than this. Like, I don't even understand why you needed Gemini to put error loading page in the middle of the screen. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But yeah, that's one tip for the scammers. Let's see if we have some support tickets to go through. Support ticket of the week. I'm going to come in here. So we open up. Seems pretty cordial. Lol, I like you, Adam, one of our support teams. And then one of our agents like, take me to dinner first, Joseph. All right. So, the boys are flirting. And say less, Adam. About to buy 3 more accounts because of you. I'll take you out with my pullout. See, now there is some the production team is in my ear saying that they think he meant payout here. Now, I don't think so. I think he said, we could say that this is a Freudian slip, but I think he said it. He typed exactly what he meant. And I'm just reading the room, right? It's like, I like you. Take me out to dinner. I'll take you out my pullout. I guess as far as the, some of the banter that the team usually gets, this is welcome. I don't know in our support agreement, what the policy is on, I know that I'm not allowed to sexually harass my support agents. I don't know what it says about the traders being able to do it. I'll have to run this by legal and see if we're covered here. But it seems consenting, right? I think these are just 2 consenting adults enjoying their time together in the tickets. I think we'll have to make this date happen as long as the boys can keep it PG, right? Let's do some PG content, and then whatever happens behind closed doors, in the Netflix and chill session after the cameras are off. That's what happens between a support agent and a trader in a ticket is, quite frankly, none of my business. But yeah, I think it's just, I love to see traders and the support agents having a good time. It's refreshing to see it happen this way, opposed to, the usual fuck you, I hate you. So, Adam and Joseph, I'm glad that this is not a misconnection. I hope that this ticket is still open, right? And the boys are just they're just mucking it up in there, right? Like kind of a never ending, love ticket basically. So really happy for the guys. I think this is what trading's all about: finding like-minded people to hang out with, and yeah, it's just great. It's definitely consensual. There's so much consent. That ticket is oozing consent. Let's see, another ticket of the week. I know it was my mistake. I am already a customer with other accounts. Could you check with the CEO if an exception could be made? Here's the thing, folks. There are a lot of people on a daily basis asking for me to just check in on their ticket. There's a couple 100,000 of you. I can't be doing that all the time. I don't, when people say, hey, AJ, someone wants to talk to you, I just, I'm usually too busy for you guys. We don't really make exceptions. I don't know what the context is here, but I'm assuming an exception was not made. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I just, I don't really have time to be taking every situation on a case-by-case basis. So I hope this Brazilian Portuguese trader was able to move on, but I was not able to personally give him white glove service on his technical issue. Let's see here. I received an email saying I edged, but I did not do it. Well, I don't know if this was an email from us, maybe another service that this trader uses. And odds are, if he's signed up to some service that lets him know if he did or did not edged, it's safe to say at some point recently he was edging. There's another side to this. He may have forgot a letter H. He may be saying, now there's a part 2 to this, but I think, what we have to figure out here is, did he mean what he said, that he received an email saying that he edged, but he did not, which, I mean, knowing some of you, it's a fucking lie. Or is he saying that he hedged, but I did not? Right. So let's see what the part 2 says. I really did not mean to edge. I have never done that in my life. The plot thickens because he said it twice now. There's no way, how do you forget the H twice? Hedged is what you might think, but he said edged twice. So there's a couple angles here. Does he think that edging and hedge, does he think when, we're talking about traders hedging, does he think that we're talking about traders edging and we're actually prohibiting the practice of edging and trading? And he's like, guys, I don't edge ever. I swear I haven't. But maybe he's actually hedging and he knows he's doing that. So, there's that angle. Or he just thinks that edging is hedging and he just doesn't know how to spell it. But I think it's funnier to me for him to think that we're actually as a prop firm, we're monitoring whether or not our traders are edging and then, violating their accounts for it. I think that's the world that I want to live in, that he's how does he think we're even monitoring that though? He should be less concerned of accusing him of edging and more concerned that we know if you are or are not edging, and then violating the accounts for that. So I think I would love to get more information from this trader and find out what does he think is happening? Does he think that we have systems Lucid Trading YT? Do we have systems that monitor for edging? Does he think, is this just kind of a multiple occurrence misspelling? I'm not sure what this trader has going on, but I hope that, if he, I like to think that he's he gets this violation. He's closing the blinds. He's turning off his web camera. He's Lucid saw me edging and now I've got to hide it from everybody. So I don't know what's going on in his head. I don't know what's going on in his bedroom either. Contrary to what he might believe, but yeah, feel bad for the pretzel that we put his mind in, but yeah, I don't know what's going on with this trader. Do we have any more support tickets? All right, so now we have the wheel spin. We're gonna spin the wheel. Rick, What do you think about that last trader? Do you think he was talking about edging or hedging, or is he confused about both?
He was definitely talking about edging. That's, a full-blown new system that I designed. I have a lot of experience with.
Oh yeah, do you now?
So it was easy to shell out the logistics of it all.
I guess so. I guess it's like, if you know it well enough, it's easier to put up like markers against it. What are the telltale, like what are some of the markers that we look at for traders that are edging? Like what are the biggest red flags that people know what to avoid?
Nervousness, always blowing accounts because they don't have time to close the trade because they're
Mm.
edging mid-trade, so
Gotcha. So if you don't want to get flagged for edging at Lucid, just don't blow the accounts. It's pretty simple. How many accounts are we giving away? How many keys are we giving away here, Rick? We're doing it Lucid cases, correct?
yes, we're giving away keys.
We're giving a Lucid case keys. How many?
We'll do 50 this run because
450 this run. Okay, I guess it's what we've been back. We've been back for the first time in about a week and a half. After we'll get into your mukbang later, but first stream round back in town, we got to do 50. Especially, and I hope that trader that got caught for edging, I hope he's entered the giveaway. Maybe he can get a free account back from this, and he can not edge while he trades going forward. So why don't we rip some spins here? Rick, what did you think of some of those scammers and the support tickets here? Did you what was your favorite one that came up here?
my favorite one was the guy that was not up at 5 a.m. and we were in his account blowing it for him. It's
Yes.
Classic.
That's usually you when we do that, right? You're the one that hacks into people's accounts.
Yeah, I just like getting in. I just wanted to make sure you guys were doing good, and then I accidentally misclick a button. It's my bad.
It's classic Rick. Is the wheel spinning right now, or is it? Did we not start yet?
It is spinning.
Okay, cool. It doesn't appear to be spinning. Let's see here.
That might be my fault. Let me take a look.
The technical innovation started with the link and it's now ended at the wheel. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's give it a moment. 1
second. It was spinning just in the background, so I'm gonna have to.
Classic Rick. I mean, we've obviously, the giveaways are always rigged. It wouldn't be a Lucid stream if we said we were giving away accounts and that it looked like we actually weren't. That's just how we do things here. So while Rick is figuring that out, we're going to talk to Rick a little bit later for the second spin about his stream last week. But while he's figuring out the technical situation, guys, why don't you put in chat if you were in the stream last week and you have feedback for Rick, submit it now, and we'll note our favorite comments to review with Rick later.
Sorry, guys, that's my fault. And sorry about the mukbang stream too.
No. We'll go down to save the mukbang. Save the mukbang for later. We're gonna put you on blast at the end of the stream. I just want to see. I want to collect some comments to maybe call back later. You focus on getting this wheel spinning, and I will see what the traders have to say about your mukbang. It will make you uncomfortable for everyone at the end of the stream. Let's see here. Take bigger bites. Everyone wants me to fire you. I mean, it's been a while since I have. So maybe you're overdue for a firing. Crayons are the main part of Rick's diet that allow him to do his job. So we can't do that. There's a direct correlation between the efficacy of our vibe coding and how many Crayolas Rick puts down on a daily basis. So what do we they like Globex General? That's the first time anyone's said that sentence out loud. Now, Globex is great, especially when he is streaming from the toilet. I mean, that's maybe my favorite segment. I was very excited when I saw that happening the first time. I think we might too. Let's do this. So we'll do a bigger set of spins later in the stream. So we will kick Rick off and the wheel off because he fucking broke it. All right, so we'll do a much bigger giveaway at the end where we will rate Rick's mukbang and also just rate how bad he is at doing the wheel, which he is the creator of. So we got Joe here. Joe, we have a scenic background. Why don't you just kind of kick us off? Tell people what they're looking at. Let them know where we were last week and kind of very high level. Kick us off here on this segment.
Absolutely. Hey chat, hey everybody. I am just still in awe at this beauty. We traveled I would say 90% of Europe. We went to 3 different cities, so that's got to be most of it, right?
That's the whole thing, I think.
That was my first time leaving, almost leaving my apartment, possibly. And so it was nice to kind of go. We went to meet some traders. I think online we see a lot of stories about, people, raking in payouts, and we see a lot of stories about what people do after they've hit success, but we don't see a lot of stories about people just in and out trading, maybe as a hobby or as a side hustle, and or some people were just getting started learning how to trade in general. So we met some traders, some dedicated Lucid loyalists, and we got to see some pretty cool stuff. Like this view is in and I'm gonna butcher
let's see the pronunciation.
This is Villach, Austria. So I believe that's
nailed it.
Thank you.
I think it's Villach, Austria.
Villach, and you could really feel the beauty of the scene sort of everywhere you went. It was palpable, and we went to the top of like the biggest wooden lookout in like all of Europe or something. I think the highest point or like the tallest structure was already taken by a different country or a different region. So the Philachians, the Austrians, decided they needed to to get some notoriety for themselves. And,
yeah, I'm not really like, they were like, it's the tallest wooden structure in Europe. And I'm like, that sounds like something that they're like, we need to be number one in something. And they're like, what's left? Like wooden structure. No one's got that. So that they were just like, let's build it. That's kind of my take.
I agree. It seemed kind of like a power grab. And nothing, mixes better to me than extreme heights and just wooden structures. I think that's the safest way to. That's why we see a lot of wooden skyscrapers. You know what I mean? It's sort of a tested and true method. But yeah, so this view is like overlooking a lake, and you'll see some content of us boating around there in the future.
Are they coming for you there, Joe?
If you guys are hearing that, yeah, it's the warrant for my arrests looks like it's coming. It's all
it's coming all the way. It sounds like the police car is in your fucking apartment.
Yeah, I actually live above a crisis emergency center in New York, and so it's quite lively. But I feel very safe at all times.
Yes. So we basically, like Joe said, we went and visited 3 traders in 3 different countries. This was a photo from Austria, which, I mean, aesthetically, we're all about making people touch grass. So we touched a fair amount of grass here in Austria. We also touched some lake. We definitely got one with nature. Beautiful views here. This is where we got most of the tan that I'm rocking right now, because we took the electric scooters on a bike trail. And I'm not gonna lie, I think we got, like fitness mogged by a bunch of middle-aged to retiree aged Austrian men who were just cruising it on a bike, and then me and you were doing absolutely no work, just standing on a scooter. So I kind of felt like really out of shape and out of place. We were like the youngest people on that trail, and also the people doing the least amount of work on it. But we got a great base tan going. I mean, that's like the one thing that we do have going with us. We also didn't bring our spandex. So like, can you really ride a bike in Austria without spandex? Like, I don't think so. We would have had way too much wind resistance in our Lululemon sweatpants and joggers. So just didn't work.
It's true.
It's true.
The community really prioritizes aerodynamics, and I would say shaming Americans. Those are the two takeaways I think that we got on the bike trail was not only did they not like our outfits, but they may not have liked us at all. But we had a great time, and I love the people of Villach, and I hope to return there someday.
Yeah, my favorite thing is, so like on these e-bikes, there's a little bell, right, to let people know that you're coming, and so they're aware of you on the scooter. And you were using it as a greeting, like as a playful greeting. And I think that they were not we had a lot of Austrians. I don't want to say cursing at us because we don't know what they were saying for sure, but they were not greeting us in kind to the playfulness of your bell. So, and you rung that bell at everyone that we passed, and I don't think they appreciated it one bit. Honestly.
Yeah, I think something like when I'm city biking around the old Big Apple, it's like a Jeep wave. You ring the bell, hey, how you doing? And so I was trying to give off that, just that friendly, neighborly Austrian sort of greeting. But I guess in reality, it's mostly used for people to like alarm or to like let you know that like they're in your way or you're coming up on them. And so we may have freaked some people out, especially after we were spamming it. And when I say we, I mean me, but I'm trying to shift some of that blame.
I don't want any of that smoke. Honestly, that was all you, bro.
Yeah. We had a good time. And I'll try not to, if I go back to Villach, I'll try not to ring the bell as much anymore. But we did a lot more than just scooter around.
No, we did. Before we go to the next segment, guys, stop spamming spin the wheel in chat. Rick is trying to fix the wheel. We are going to wheel at the we're going to spin the wheel at the end. Do not spam, because we're not going to fix the wheel until at the end, because Rick obviously broke it. So let's go into the next part of our trip here.
We should keep it evergreen.
So this is a little behind the shoot here.
Yeah.
That's me on a high fidelity camera.
I think there was something, special about seeing you on like a $20,000 camera. That I think people are gonna, we've heard that you frame mogged a bit, on some of these streams, maybe the one on Saturday, if you know what I'm talking about. But I think something like letting the traders in our community watching know that like this is going to be some high fidelity stuff. And if you think AJ's handsome from the comfort of his office, wait till you see him, with a lot of VFX, a ton of CGI, and like he's just going to be chiseled, sort of jawline, very defined, all done in After Effects. But yeah, that was outside of one of our traders' houses in the morning, and it was just cool to kind of see how it looks or how it's going to look, because I'm excited about it personally, and hopefully, as we start dripping some content, people get excited too.
I think it was really fun to, we went to every trader that we met. We went to their house for a little bit, kind of saw where they were trading. We saw where the not grass touching was happening. And we really had a lot of fun. We met all, like, I think what's cool, it's like these are the people that you would never see, you would never get their story on social media, which was kind of the goal, right? Like there's plenty of content from people that like want to put themselves out there, but let's drag some people like out like into the limelight. Let's force them to come forward. And I think they're going to be very relatable. We had a very good group of people, and yeah, we it's going to be a high level production. We pulled out all the stops for this, and I think it's going to be really cool.
Hell yeah, me too.
What else do we have here? Did you take this in Europe? I don't remember this fedora at all.
So one of our drivers at the end of the Austria tour, someone left this hat in their trunk and they tried to give it to me. And the crew was overwhelmingly supportive of me in this hat. And I just wanted to kind of like throw it up on stream today and see, you know, is this a new look for me? Should I get into European, German, Austrian hat wear, or do I own the bald thing? You know, we don't have to spend too much time here, but if we could get it.
Did they want you to wear the hat because they were upset looking at your bald head? Is that like, were they just asking you to cover up? You know what I mean? Is that possibly what was happening here?
That would hurt. That would really hurt.
That would cut. I mean, I didn't say it, but I know that we're all thinking it. You know, I'm just taking the thoughts that we all have and putting them on YouTube for everyone to talk about.
It's something that I hadn't considered, and now I won't stop considering it probably throughout the night. And I'll have to ask for
W hat.
Yeah,
W. Can we get some W hats in the chat if this is a really good look for Joe, or getting W turkey if we should send him to Turkey for the other way? I saw that suggested a couple times. They were like, Joe needs to be sent to Turkey.
Do they make like plugs for this? Like, is this operable? I feel like I'm like, you know, past the point of no return. But maybe the technology is somewhere by expected.
Maybe there's a peptide for that. Maybe there's a peptide solution that should be used ahead of this trip, and then, you know, you get on all the normal things. You know, the fins, the mins.
Right.
Yeah, maybe you could take some of Rick's hair. Lots of W hats. W hats.
All right, good to know.
Some people are being even meaner than I am. I won't repeat some of those contents. That's just rude. Only I can be mean to Joe because we're friends. If you guys are mean to Joe, it's just in poor taste.
Guys, I can take it, all right, but I do go back and reread all the comments. So let me know.
And your entire, all your confidence is dependent on the YouTube chat.
100%, yeah.
All right, let's go to another piece of content here from our trip.
Like I said,
so we're
licensed professional.
Yeah.
So why don't you explain to people what's happening here?
I just want to relive the magic for 1 second here.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Welcome to Prague, bitch.
Yeah. So we were in Prague, and as everyone knows, Prague is famous for what's it called?
It was Hurricane Indoor Skydiving.
Yes, so we were at the Hurricane Indoor Skydiving spot, and this was something that you're allowed to do to train before you get into the training. And I personally wouldn't get inside of the the skydiving simulator, but I needed to feel the motion. I wanted to kind of practice my formation, and just kind of get a little bit of that excitement that I wasn't going to get from the full experience, which you'll be able to talk to a lot more because you had quite a time in there, if I can remember correctly.
I did. Do we have a clip of that here?
We should.
There we go. This is the indoor skydiving. I didn't go solo. I went with an instructor, obviously for safety purposes.
Look at that.
There we go. What incredible form.
I mean, just pure aura.
I think Joe's favorite piece of content that we shot on this trip was the instructional video with my man there. What was his name again?
I forget his name, but he was the best. He was the absolute best.
He was a great instructor. We did this with a trader. You can see him a little off camera, one of our traders. We did this together. The idea was that, we do a lot of simulated trading. Why not do some simulated skydiving, right? Let's simulate the simulations all the way through. We definitely had some fun. But yeah, Joe was practicing on like one of those little scooters that you get in gym in like elementary school where you're just like rolling around. So he got to scoot around. I actually got to skydive, indoor skydive. So it was a lot of fun. And you can see in the bottom right, those two people in that little poster, they're having the time of their lives. So, you know, it was a great time for everyone involved.
Agreed.
Do we have any more content here? Here's another shot. That's me with the trader that we met from Austria, looking over the beautiful views. We had some deep conversation. I think the deep conversation didn't happen there. That was like we went on the lake that you see down there later in the day. But you know, he was just kind of showing us around Austria, all of the different towns that were nearby. There were like some mountains in the background that you could see, like Italy and Slovenia. So we shared a lot of wonderful moments together. We may or may not have done some giveaways in real life. So everyone's saying that the bots are the only people that give giveaway accounts, and I think we can confidently say that we put that to bed, right? That is simply not true anymore.
Yep, we're gonna finally beat the rigged allegations and show you guys that people are getting stuff in the Lucid case IRL. And one thing before we go to the next, I think maybe the last piece of the Euro trip segment, the views that you're looking at here, like this is pretty high up. Maybe 10 stories or so. The only way down, or the preferred way down, is an aluminum slide, a tube. And so we're going to have a lot of great content just around getting down from here. There was a 360 cam involved. We all got a little dizzy. But if anyone knows, traders know best that things that go up must go down. And, you can have a little fun on the way down sometimes too.
Is this slide content here?
We don't have the slide content, but I'm warning
people that it's great. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. I almost threw up, that's for sure. Let's see what we got here. What's this last piece?
Look at all those chickens.
So we recreated a meme. We recreated the look at all those chickens meme. This is actually in France. We went to a park in France and it was just full of actual chickens. I don't know. There looked like on that black chicken, there looked like there was something wrong with them. I don't know. Someone might have to want to go back and kind of take a look at that chicken again. But yeah, we recreated that meme, had some fun with the chickens. I mean, you're in New York. I mean, you can tell us what would happen to chickens in Central Park if they were just hanging out.
It's hard to say. I think you'd probably get them to sign up for like a awareness, like a chicken health awareness coalition. Probably. It's also possible that they might just become food. You know what I mean?
That's what I think. I think the chickens would be eaten raw in the park in front of children, honestly.
Fresh poultry isn't always easy to come by in the city. You got to go to a farm in New Jersey or upstate New York for that. So I think farm to table cuisine is everywhere. And why not park to table instead? I will say it was interesting to go to France, where apparently tacos are a big thing. I didn't realize that the parks would have chickens and the stores would have tacos. It seemed like an interesting, convergence of all sorts of different cultures and interests. So honestly, like kudos to lose France. You guys kind of fucking crushed it. Would go back 10 out of 10.
Yes, this is where we did we smoked the cigarette and put the Lucid case key on the cigarette. Joe learned how to say two things in France. I know that you don't remember them anymore, but the two phrases that Joe learned in French were, "Can I see the wine menu?" and "Can I have an ashtray?" And we were just, the French were very impressed that Joe was able to ask for those two things. And, basically on the way out, we got some wine to bring home. And when you told when you told the guy in the wine store what you knew, he's like, that's all you need to know in France, honestly. So I think we kind of nailed the French trip. It was a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
I think there's something, as like a social media person who, helps with all of our content, the validation of strangers from strangers is something I hold near and dear to my heart. Something that I use to sort of, assess my own quality as a person. And when the French servers said, "Hey, you nailed that, man," and only snickered a little bit, that was probably peak dopamine hit ever,
I was happy for you. I saw the smile on your face, and I just knew that you were stoked.
Yeah.
Let's check in. Let's check in on the production team real here quick. Rick, what's going on with this wheel?
It's good to go.
It's good to go. So, do you want to apologize? Take a moment to apologize for fucking up again to the rest of the chat, because they've been spamming "spin the wheel" since we took you away.
I'm sorry, chat. I really am. I tried doing something good and blew up in my face. This is good for you in the long run.
All right, so let's do this. We're gonna queue up. Let's do 50 spins. Or how many did you do off camera already?
10. Well,
10
9.
spins.
9.
9 spins.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do 41 spins here. Let's rip 41 spins. Then we'll get the link up for a couple more minutes so that people can re-enter. And then we'll do another 50 spins after that. How's that sound? Does that work? All right, so we've got 41 spins coming, and we're going to let you guys sign up again. After that, and we'll do 50 more. So 100 spins total. 9 were done while Rick was fucking shit up, but they did indeed go out. So Rick, you saw some of our Europe content. What was your favorite little bit that we just showed of all of those little pieces there?
Joe on the makeshift skateboard on the floor,
Yeah.
hitting his head. That was a good bit.
You were looking very aerodynamic, honestly. There's nothing up there anyway. We've seen your TikTok algorithm and the brain rot. I mean, what could a wall do that TikTok hasn't already done, honestly? Mm-hmm. Hold on, let's I gotta stop here. So to be clear, we put up the link to sign up for the giveaway at the beginning. We're spinning the wheel with those names. We're gonna do the first 50 spins, and then the link to enter is gonna come back up. The link is gonna come back up after we do these 40 spins. These spins were supposed to be done 30 minutes ago. Rick was fired, rehired. We're doing those spins now, and we are going to bring the link back up for you guys to re-enter. So just take a moment. I know you guys are panicking. You see the wheel spinning. What? Oh, we lost Joe. Joe's audio's gone. Amazing. He didn't say anything important anyway. Don't worry. Joe's muted. Honestly, Joe can be muted at all times, and we're all the better off for it.
I don't want to spread the brain rot disease to anybody.
Yes. Yeah. We don't want to, basically he was just saying that people were worried at the speed at which his head was hitting the wall, but there's nothing up there. So there's nothing to break. The brain's already broken. It's amazing. So the wheel is going to spin for a bit more here. Then we'll take some more codes. The bald man is muted. How does that comment make you feel, Joe?
I mean, honestly, it feels good, man.
The bald man is maybe the well, why don't you share again with the team, the group here, the follicular bit that you like.
Right. I mean, it's not a bit, it's sort of like a lifestyle.
Persona. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to commit method acting style, Christian Bale style, to a looks maxing persona who's specifically focused on bald maxing and making sure that like every ounce of scalp is either maximized for remaining follicles or for shine, for the light reflection.
Speed.
Yep, and definitely for speed, as the Austrians sort of taught us, is so important. And the name of that character would be Follicular. And Follicular, will do anything to keep the head shiny. And sort of like, what do they call this part when you have this, like the cul-de-sac? So like, a well-maintained cul-de-sac and an absolutely aerodynamic and shiny top.
So someone said, "You're not bald." He's not bald. He's follically challenged.
Yes,
Does that work for you?
that's better.
Yeah.
I don't want to get to a point where we're like, I don't want to say the B word. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Bald might be a slur, honestly.
I don't want to, I don't want to get there with the space. I think like let's like reclaim it before we even get it taken away from us. You know what I mean?
Oh, amazing. How many spins do we have left on this batch here, Rick?
We have, let's see, 14.
14 more spins. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of, while those are going, I'm seeing a lot of Mr. Cleans, a lot of Johnny Sins. I mean, there are a lot of, very well-known, very well-respected bald people in the space.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, The Rock. There's a lot of, kind of, if you're not bald, it's kind of beta, honestly.
These are all people that I look up to,
Yeah.
one way or the other.
Let's see. I've never seen dudes that were more unfunny than women. That's pretty. That's sexist and wrong, honestly.
That is fucking dark, man. Fucking dark.
Oh boy. All right, people. We're gonna put the link back up shortly. Shortly. AJ, who's under the desk? I'm wearing shorts under the desk. I've got the button down up here, and it's just like, it's just me kind of rocking it out here. And business up front, Lululemon shorts on the bottom. Joe, I just noticed the hoodie that you're wearing.
Oh, this whole thing?
I got to do a little panel with our man Daryl yesterday.
I saw that.
Missed it. It was not my finest moment. I was very tired from our trip, and so I wasn't on my A game, but I still got to meet him, which was very exciting for me.
He was great. I mean, like listening to him talk about stuff. He was he had a lot to say. I think about just the three of you, being like leaders, and to hear Daryl, recognize you in any way, I think is pretty iconic.
I was fangirling. I'm not gonna lie. I've long said that if Lucid takes off and I don't get to at least interact with Daryl at least one time, then no matter how well we do as a company, then it's a failure. So I think we get to officially mark that Lucid has been successful at this point, but it wasn't until that stream that we had the opportunity. Personally, I think that Daryl, Brett, and I need to do like a 2 to 3 hour long podcast. 30 minutes was not nearly enough. So hopefully we can, someone can orchestrate that, get the thought leaders of the prop firm world together and really just hash it out over a long form discussion.
Maybe there's a.
Yeah, let's put the link back up. We're gonna do some more giveaway links. So was that our 50 there, Rick?
Yeah, and we'll be posting the link here in a sec.
All right. So the link is back. Can we pin it?
It is.
Can we pin it? It's pinned. That's correct. You don't need to re-enter. Is that right, Rick? This is just for new people?
Correct, yes.
So if you entered already, you're still in. If you missed the first entry, this is your chance. We'll leave it up for let's leave it up for like 7 minutes. 3:25 Eastern is when we'll cut this off. Yep. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll let people give another shot here, and we'll have fun.
Is there a world where you pull like a 0.0001% rarity Lucid case, and I mean we obviously have to get Daryl's consent and permission, but like maybe dinner with AJ and Daryl. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
I'm trying to get dinner with Daryl. I'm not putting that. Like, I want that case. You know what I mean? I'm not giving that out to a trader.
this could be your ticket.
That's my personal case, honestly. That's like my mythic pull. Like me and Daryl, steakhouse dinner, the Negronis and old fashions are flowing, and just see what happens.
I think there's a world where you're trying to open cases for your own sort of spot, and we stream the whole thing.
We have to get Daryl to like somehow agree that if I get the pull, it's like, what if we like didn't tell him, and I'm like, hey, I opened a case. Like you're kind of obligated legally to now honor our own marketing asset. I don't know if that would fly. Dinner with the Baldy on the casting couch. How does that make you feel, Joe?
I'm down. Hold on, I gotta time this person out. Can you do daily payouts, bro? Welcome to Lucid Max account, my dude.
Yeah, bro, exactly. Daily payouts are in Lucid Max. That's the whole point. Daily uncapped payouts. Look at Joe. Joe is simultaneously moderating the YouTube, taking bald insults.
Someone said, "Stop opening cases and start opening your heart." And I do think that's like such good advice, and people need to hear that in a time like this.
We need more of that. Rick, what was going through your head when we switched from the greens to oranges? What was your reaction when you saw that happening?
Did you
think it was a good idea?
I normally am against the first initial idea that Leo, comes out with when it comes to colors. But then when I sit with it for a week or two, it sits with me. So
you like the orange?
I mean, I was giving it time. I was trying to give it time. I was trying to see what the vision exactly was. So
I didn't fuck with it. I didn't fuck with it. I did think what would platinum and diamond even look like? Because that's kind of the Call of Duty tier, right? It's like gold, and then there's like diamond or platinum, right? So how could we incorporate that? Is there like some kind of white primary and then some kind of accent that makes it platinum?
We can do like gradients.
The gradient?
Yeah.
How many colors can be in a gradient? Is it just 2?
We can do 3. So purple, blue.
So what if like a white, purple, pink gradient? That's kind of diamondy, right?
Let's find out.
Let's see. Why don't you make a roll and mess with it here while we're hanging out. I think that it's obviously got to pop better than the gold. It's got to pop better than the gold. And then it also has to have a fun emoji, a mogging emoji next to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the current, there's like a titanium type color roll, but I think that is Leo/admin roll already.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's not going to give up that color. That's for sure.
I think, the people say that purple is giving. Oh no, we want a hot tub stream with the bald guy.
I mean, maybe there's one of our future segments is people make submissions of what kind of things they want Joe to do, and the most voted ones, you just have to do it, like no matter what it is.
The reason I'm making this face is because it's such a fucking good idea. But I know that it involves me demoralizing and debasing myself in any way. So,
yeah, exactly. What are you a coward? You a coward?
No, I'm strong and tough. Can you tell by how bald I am?
All right, one more minute to get your submissions in. If you have not yet entered the giveaway, last chance. Why do I look like I'm it's 1970? It's because I'm in an antique chair. This is it's called a very classic look. This is an antique chair. That's why it's from the 70s. You clocked the right generation there.
Someone said the bald guy has a better chance of growing a full set of hair than me winning one of these cases. And statistically, I can't do the math, but they might be similar.
How many entries do we have here, Rick?
We have a good 1,300 people in.
Oh, that's like you have like an 8% chance of winning. I mean, that's pretty good, honestly. So I mean, I don't think you have an 8% chance of getting your hair back, Joe. So
Not
let's
even
say.
with the finest that the Turkish doctors can offer.
What a fucking bug just fucking flew into my mouth. What the fuck? Fucking get that live?
That-
Clip
that,
that. Oh God, that was gross. Oh, look at you see all like this bug on my hand. It's probably two. It's probably two. Out of focus, you see it? It's fucking gross.
Bug is a paid actor.
It's a crisis act. It's a false flag attack.
False flag. So, can I get a Lucid flex for suggesting the hot tub stream? I mean, come on, man.
The bars. The bar's not that low. All right, 6 extra protein. It's fucking.
What did
gross.
it describe before?
All right, we're closing up the bug was a sign that these giveaways are cursed. We're closing up the link. And let's start spinning the wheel again whenever you're ready, Rick. And we're gonna talk about the mukbang. So I saw a lot of people say that you didn't eat enough. I saw a lot of people say that there was not enough Maria taco. You know, what are your thoughts on the mukbang stream? You didn't put up the numbers I did, so I mean, I don't know if we can let you back on there.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we did do more than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were averaging 500 viewers throughout the whole, most of it, not the whole thing, probably most of it, and I would say that was pretty decent. I didn't expect more than 200 to be honest. So
I mean, I'm sure every female trader was definitely in the chat because you're their favorite. I think everyone that attended the stream was trying to get like in your good graces. Should you ever be the one to get their ticket escalation? They're like, if I sub to Rick, maybe he'll give me the free reset next time I ask for it.
I think the audience favorite was Globex General actually in his spread. They enjoyed it.
I saw an image of him going around eating a very long hot dog styled object. What could you tell us about what was in there?
He had a corn dog that was cheese.
It looked loaded. It looked really loaded.
It's and he enjoyed that pretty well.
What does that mean? Was he savory? Was like sucking on it or what?
No, he was done with it by the time we brought him back on. So
we
camera. He was doing off camera.
Like they're posting him chewing. Oh my god, that is a cursed GIF if I've ever seen one. Did you see it in Discord? He's licking his lips and his mustache and everything. Amazing. So he was eating all of that from his bathroom, right?
Yeah, from my understanding.
That's amazing. So what is his Globex General, resident big back and code shiller? What is a big back? Am I a slang for fat? It's pretty rude. We're just like I guess that's the thing, right? Like whatever your insecurity is as a person, as soon as you like come on as a Lucid like content person, they're just gonna be really mean about it. So
that was pre-approved. I want to pre-front that it was pre-approved by Globex General himself.
Perfect.
So.
I'm seeing some mean gifs here, mean images in our main chat and Discord.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's quite a hot dog that he had there.
I mean, but like if you're Rick and you have no insecurities because you're perfect, like what do you have to sacrifice?
Exactly. He's not risking anything. He's just risking his job every day.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like a fair trade.
Rick, something that I've seen talked about a couple times. I don't remember if it was suggested internally or externally, but it's not the worst idea, and it might help some of the rigging allegations. Do you think that there should be a wheel cooldown of sorts? Like if you win a wheel, you can't be entered for like at least 2 weeks, re-entered at least 2 weeks. I think it was technically very challenging, right? That was the reason we didn't do it.
Yeah, I'll have to think about how I'm gonna track that. best possible way, but I think it's doable. We can do that. Have a cooldown, especially with this new doing it through YouTube is a lot easier. So
Yeah, we're gonna first the live trading cooldown is what pissed people off. Now the wheel giveaway cooldown is what's gonna get everyone raging. People would not be for it. Like some people would be for that, and some people would absolutely not. Terrible ideas. Good idea.
I'm having a lot of fun putting people in timeout. I didn't realize that's something I had the authority to do, and now I'm just sort of like I'm having my own wheel spin moment where I just like scroll through the whole chat and just pick someone and put them in 30 minutes.
Pick someone to ban.
Yeah, I'm kind of drunk with power right now.
Don't abuse it. Don't abuse it.
All right, sorry.
We're not displaying people. We're just displaying what you put in there. Like if you put your full name in there, then the people are saying you shouldn't be displaying people's last name. If you put your name in there, not if someone put Ray. Like we don't control your entries, folks. You guys are wild. You can never win. You can never win with a giveaway, right? It's either, they give away and they win and they're the happiest, or we're doing everything wrong. There's no middle ground here. Like what is someone gonna do? Like, I saw he won the giveaway on Lucid. I'm gonna find them and what? Like I don't understand what the implication is here.
it's probably a family thing where if you won a free account, your sibling wants it, or
That's it.
whatever it is.
It's like when you win the lottery and all your friends and family start coming out the woodwork. to try-
Exactly.
Mhm.
Makes sense. We should be more sensitive about that. This guy B-Man, who I think also suggested the hot tub stream, and it says they have a timeout kink. So I'm gonna give him a 1 minute timeout.
There you go.
Or no, I can do 10 seconds, just so everybody wins.
Just a quick micro timeout.
Micro timeout for you, buddy.
When are we going to do an IRL stream with the chat? Well, we just did like a lot of IRL content. So we have there's another leg of this journey. So we talked about, I kind of alluded to it in the Twitter post that we did. So we did traders, right? So we wanted to do we met 3 traders in 3 different countries. We shot all day with each of them, had some fun. And now we're gonna go to the other side of the coin. We're gonna go see some influencers in Miami. Actually, we're going to Miami, but one of them is also local to me. We're gonna shoot some content. We're gonna do three traders and 3 influencers, and I think we're gonna have some fun, different kind of fun. I think online there is an ongoing battle. Right? It's a constant virtual war between traders and influencers, right? A lot of people, are so mad that the influencers exist. But these influencers are people too. Let's not forget, influencers have feelings. And I think we need to hear their side, right? It's got to hear both sides. That's how things work in today's culture, right? There's 2 sides to every coin. You got to hear both sides, then you guys can come to their own conclusion. But I think we definitely got some of the traders, they had some hot takes about influencers. So let's give the influencers an opportunity to spit some of their own game. It'll be fun to see. I think at least at some point for some of them, I want to share some of the comments that the traders made and get the influencers' take on it. Be like, this is what traders said about this type of influencing. What do you think about that? Right? Let's put them on the spot, give them an opportunity to defend themselves. But I think it's also it was really interesting because I don't want to spoil all the content, but all of the traders, they all watch influencers. The levels of animosity, they weren't like that. Wasn't that bad, honestly. I think there are people that watch influencers online that get really mad on behalf of traders, and the traders are just like, yeah, they're influencers, right? but it'll be interesting to get to do a little bit more of a deeper dive, go beyond the Twitter threads and the Instagram post, and see what's going on up there.
Yeah,
But we're gonna have some fun.
I think like the fact that a lot of content creators like bring people into future space, like you're trading forex or CFDs, and maybe some of those types of like trading companies aren't like working out for you or whatever, and you just like didn't know that futures was a thing at all, and then you watch a video from somebody and it like opens you up to another type of like opportunity. That's got to be net good, right? But it is crazy how online, maybe it's just for like rage clicks, like people just trying to shout into the sky, but the amount of hate that goes out against affiliates it just seems like we're on Twitter, folks. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that people don't need or shouldn't be criticized, but like I think you gotta read the room a little bit sometimes. So I'm excited to see how all this comes out, and like I don't know, let's see how we affect the conversation online between like creators and traders.
I think it was some might like the one thing that we asked, and I won't give away the answers because we'll let that happen naturally. But we all asked we all asked every single trader what their like opinion was on influencers. Like, what are the red flags when you see an influencer? What are the green flags, right? Like everyone had a little bit of a different answer. But it'll be very cool because I think we need to get some of the origin story, right? Some of these, we see where these influencers are right now, but like, where did they come from? How do they feel about, their spot in the space? What do they think about the criticism that they get? It's, there's so many different angles, and it's so easy just to shit on people with a quick social media post, but let's pull back the curtain a little bit, show what these people are, what their take is on where they're at in the industry, and then show the trader side too. I think we're gonna have, it's definitely gonna be different, and I think it's so topical because nothing, if you go, I don't think I've gone on Twitter a single day the last 3 years, and someone's not being like, I can't wait for the FTC to come in and shut the SOL down. And I mean, I'm just waiting. Like, when's it going to happen? Everyone's been talking about it for years, and it doesn't seem to be happening. So, there's a lot of rage. There's a lot of rage boners online, and maybe our content is the Viagra for that, and it gets so much worse.
Right.
I mean, that's not really the goal. I hope it doesn't happen, but we'll just have to see. But I think we're going to get, no matter what, it's going to be shot in super high quality with incredible production value, slow-mo scenes. It'll be fun.
There's like a lot of people that have gone from, kind of like being a name in trading or something, and then associating yourself with like a prop firm and like kind of like helping grow it and stuff like that. But I wonder if we can kind of go the opposite route where we like turn Rick from just like a sort of like builder in a prop firm and shoot him into the public, and put him in front and see if we can make him the number one affiliate of all time.
So like turn one of our own into like have him turn from developer to king shill, basically.
Yeah. Like we put the power of the Lucid trading marketing engine behind him and see if we can just like dominate the influencing space as well.
I think we could do it.
You would be the best candidate for that. I want to see you go all out on being an affiliate.
Me being an affiliate?
Yes.
Well, it would be great because I don't know how to trade. So
I mean, that journey, documenting that journey from I don't even know what a candlestick is to now I'm, now you are in front of everybody, dominating TikTok. It'd be amazing. It would change your algorithm, that's for sure. The brain rot would switch to prop firm promotion very quickly.
That could help. That could help sustain my mental well-being into the future. So I'm open to it.
Rick, it looks like we've been out of spins for a while. People are demanding more spins. You kind of fucked up as is tradition. Do you want to do just 25 more just for the people? 25 more spins, and then we'll shut it down here.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll keep the same entries though.
Same entries. 25 spins. That's it. Someone is like, can someone get AJ to see this? And I think it's just they've made $69 on their account. So Tick Fury, incredible work. $69 exactly. I mean, that doesn't get you very far, but I mean, you got the number, so that's huge for you. Tick Fury mentioned W. Now we're just gonna have a bunch of people sending us screenshots. Do 420 next. Do 420 now before if you get to 420 before this, we're done with these 25 spins, we'll do another 25. So hurry up. Wait. I don't think he has time. Get to 420, Tick. We'll do another 25 spins for the people. Nah, he's like, nah. He's not going to try. Eden has faked a payout, sir. He made $1 gazillion in his live account.
Let's go. Congrats, buddy. The Garden of Eden.
The Garden of Eden.
Man, I can't believe all of this baldism in our chat. I mean, I kind of knew
the baldism,
but yeah, it's starting to weigh out.
It's starting.
I might have to come through with like. Have you ever heard of microneedling?
I have.
They like take like a pen and like give you like a bazillion little tattoos.
Well, it's actually what you do. What most people. I mean, I wouldn't know. I've never done deep research into this myself. This is all common knowledge. Get what's called either like a derma roller or a derma stamp, and it's like you know how like you could stamp your name like, hey, here's I signed it. Sure. It's got lots of little needles on it, and you just like fucking stamp your head until it bleeds, and then your hair grows back.
Is there like a acupuncture kind of crossover ROI there?
I don't know, but I think, getting you on camera, just stamping your head raw, that could be funny.
Have you ever watched the 4-Year-Old Virgin when he gets his chest waxed?
Mm-hmm. Can you take your body hair? You know what? I think that you could use your body hair, and I think you could. There might be an option for you.
Do we like conduct like a first of its kind clinical trial where we kind of like test out the how valid or the legitimacy of using your chest and or back hair to?
You have definitely a full head of hair on your chest and back.
Certainly, maybe two.
You can walk away looking like Rick if the science supports that.
And maybe we do this after, or let's do it before the hot tub stream so that I'm like waxed. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think I don't think you'd wax it because that would rip all the follicles out. You would need that. You need those.
They can't like take them off of the. I guess that would be something.
There, you actually might have more hope than previously expected. You would need to do multiple sessions because you wouldn't be able to do a lot of grafts, but like maybe maybe an annual trip to Turkey by like 2030, you would have a Rick style mane.
I wonder if there's like several content streams we can kind of get out of my fucking head where one of them is the regrowth. And then the other one, thinking about our, 0 to hero trading journey with me, maybe like I stop shaving my head until I'm like profitable or something, and so I can go full Costanza for a long time. Maybe get like that Rick Rubin look going. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but yeah, it's like head of hair.
He does.
I want an excuse just to grow this out into something absolutely despicable, and get some sort of content return out of it.
That would be amazing.
We'll see.
I think there's a lot of hair related content here.
Someone said, "Bro, you have a nice shaped head for a bald guy." Thank you.
Finally, some bold compliments here.
Nice to see it. If I was in charge of the wheel, I'd rig it just for you, buddy.
Imagine that we just like get the chat to start doing bold compliments in order to have a chance at rigging the wheel for their favor. Was that 25 extra, Rick?
Yeah, that was all of it.
All right. I think we've done enough spins here for today. So thank you, Rick, for fixing the wheel. Thank you, Joe, for taking a lot of bald hatred for all of our amusement. Like we said, this is a weekly stream. We're probably not going to be able to do it next week, though. So I don't know what's going to happen. We can maybe do like a very low fidelity virtual one, or Rick and Globex General are going to have to eat a lot of food again. I'm not sure what kind of filler bit we might come up with. Maybe we hire actors that look like us that aren't us and try to see what they can come up with. I'm not sure. There's a lot of different angles here. Maybe let's see if Johnny Sins is available to take the place of Joe, and we'll see what happens from there.
Waiting for Jake Johnson people to get in touch with us still.
Jake Johnson, Johnny Sins. Who's Rick's doppelganger?
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think Adam Sandler is giving Adam Sandler. But yeah, thanks for checking in the stream. We may or may not, be on next week. Someone might possibly maybe doppelgangers in our replacement. But appreciate you all for showing up. We'll be doing more content, and for this big production we're doing next week, and maybe we'll see you, maybe we won't. But cheers, everybody.
Thanks, guys.